One of the reasons it is difficult to defend your faith as a Catholic when a Protestant questions you is because you can't be sure who you're going up against. As a Catholic, you probably have family, friends, relatives, maybe even coworkers or neighbors who have questioned your faith as a Catholic. Whereas they know exactly what you believe, they just have to read the catechism. You likely have no idea what they believe. Are they Lutheran, Methodist, and evangelical? Do they believe in infant baptism, baptism at all? Assurance of salvation? It's the wild, wild west. But why is that? Two words: private interpretation. One of the major tenets of the Protestant belief system is that anyone and everyone can accurately interpret Scripture. This line of thinking is what led to private interpretation of Scripture and ultimately the thousands of Christian denominations or churches, each claiming that they are interpreting Scripture accurately. And one word to answer how and why did this happen: pride. The pride of Protestant founders like Luther, Calvin, and Zwingli in the 16th century, who felt they knew better than the church. In the 17th century, when you had John Smith of Baptists, George Fox of Quakers, and John Owen of Puritan, who held their own opinions. In the 18th century, John and Charles Wesley began the Methodist denomination. Then in the 20th century, you have William Seymour for Pentecostals and Billy Graham for the evangelical movement. There are others that I haven't included, but all because a few people decided to rebel against the church and make it about themselves. But prior to the 16th century, who held to this notion of private interpretation without the church having authority? The answer to that question is no one. No one held to the belief of unrestricted private interpretation of Scripture. No one. Some Protestants will try to tell you that the founders were just trying to get back to what the early church believed. It's a lie, and don't fall for it. Irenaeus of Lyons, Tertullian, Origen, Cyprian of Carthage, Athanasius all believed that the church was essential for preserving true doctrine and understanding Scripture rightly. Augustine of Hippo went as far as to say, "I would not believe the gospel except as moved by the authority of the Catholic Church." Protestantism is a man-made belief system that is predicated on individual pride and feelings. What makes sense to the individual? What makes them feel good or close to Jesus? What do they agree with? It's the finding of a church that fits them individually rather than the individual aligning with truth. If their truth changes, all they have to do is find another church that aligns with their new truth or start their own church. For 1,500 years, Christians looked to the Catholic Church for accurate interpretation of Scripture. It still holds true today. Be confident in your Catholic faith and boldly and proudly proclaim it.